Hey, how's it going, my Yo, I don't know an intro. Like, I can't think of an intro. Today's video is actually gonna be a little different. Usually you guys know that I make sim racing content and how I do all types of, semi enduros and short races basically, which I haven't been keeping above because of my wrist injury. Now, I don't want to go too much into the story of what's going on with my wrist. Okay. All you got to know is I have tendonitis. I had really bad tendonitis around this area on my left wrist, and I had to get a steroid shot to calm down the muscles or tendons. They did find a lot of fluid there, so it got really bad. Now, I don't know if it's permanent. Hopefully it's not. I still hear it popping, and sometimes the pain comes and goes, but let's hope I treat it well enough to a point where it doesn't get back to that point, because it was really bad. It was just popping and it felt like my bone, but the whole time it was just my tendons. Long story short, I got my shot and I'm okay now. I'm just taking my time to heal. I haven't had time to race any GTPs. I haven't had time to practice the 24 hours of Nürburgring, which I hopefully participate in after setting into this new gear. Now, I haven't used it at all. I've been using the shittiest Logitech G29, but I mean, it's just the most budget friendly, just most beginner friendly, everything to start. And I'm not gonna lie, this started out my career. I started racing F1 on here. I was doing GTPs, GT3s, I set a course competition. All the other sim racing stuff that I do was all based with this wheel and pedals. Now, I got so used to it, which eventually I wanted to take it a step further. I just got bored of this boring looking Logitech. And not only that, I had really no buttons to really manipulate the car. Like, I couldn't do any shortcuts, I couldn't do fuel strats, I couldn't do anything in iRacing. That's what I noticed. I literally had these buttons to change traction control and these to change ABS, and then this was my brake bias. So I really had no choice but to improve my gear. Now, as of what I got, I ended up choosing Moza Racing. Now, sim racing and IRL racing, they're both not cheap at all. I literally spent a pretty penny in all of my gear. Starting off with my cockpit, let's go ahead and just put it on there because I'm not planning on putting my camera on my whole cockpit, especially in my room when it's a mess. I completely forgot my towels right there, dude. That's my fan. I don't want you guys to think that I'm messing. That's my fan where I'm at currently. There's a storm happening right now, and I had to take my fan off because it was literally soaking wet. I mean, look at it. That thing was soaking wet. Back to the topic. I chose Moza. I did some small research. I saw Fanatec, Sim Magic, all this other crazy stuff. The one that I mostly went for was reliability and good reviews. One thing I liked about Moza is that I knew they were reliable. They lasted pretty long. I heard their gear was pretty good, that their wheels looked very nice, that their force feedback was really good. But one of the things that I really liked was that quick release and the quick, whatever they call it. Let's start off with the thing that probably everyone wants to see in this video first, and that is my steering wheel. Now, I did get very excited before showing you guys this, so I did open up the box early, but I went with the KS Pro. I mean, if you guys could just, bro, that's so satisfying, dude. Like, that is just so, dude, this is so clean. Look at that. So this is a quick release, pretty magnetic. I mean, I haven't taken it off. Even out of my wheelbase, I haven't touched it. One thing I really like is everything is finger reached. Like, my ABS is right here, traction control right here. Then we have my differential, my brake bias. You guys send me your little steering wheel customizations and I'll think about it, because I really don't know where to put anything. So as you guys could see, I went with the KS Pro. Has a really good feeling. Buttons pretty easy to reach. I made sure it had a screen. The reason why is because I don't have much information in iRacing. Huh? So that sounded terrible. I don't have much information in iRacing. Sorry about my slurs. That sounded even worse. Just to comprehend, I didn't say any racial slurs. I meant like slurring. I'm not trying to get canceled already. What my tires look like, what my lap time looks like. Pretty easy information just from this tiny screen. They did have another steering wheel with a way bigger screen that I was gonna go with, but I just saw that, you know, I could just get my pedals and I could get the performance kit and the steering wheel at the same time for the price of that wheel. So I just went ahead and got everything for, you know, $1 million. Anyways, that's enough for this wheel, which is why I went with it, which is why I like it. Formula style wheel, good for GT3 racing still, mostly for hypercar, mostly for LMP2, F1 as well, but I'm not really going to be touching F1. I kind of retired off of F1. So I really went with this wheel mostly because I race hypercar. So there's preferences, guys. Don't just go with these wheels because, you know, oh, they look cool. Oh, you know, this and that, you know, oh, because I want to look rich. Specifically chose this wheel, had a screen, I could get information. It is a very useful wheel for such a cheap price. Not cheap for everyone, but when you work a 9 to 5 and you look at this wheel and you sim race and you know what you're doing, this is a damn deal, Moza. So Moza, I love you. Thank you for coming out for this wheel. I was gonna go with that expensive wheel, but you dropped this banger. So once again, thank you, Moza. I'm not gonna be, you know, such a glazer, but you low-key sucked ass at customer service and it took forever to deliver this. But overall, you just got it here, and that's what I am grateful for. So thank you so much. Enough of this wheel. Let's go ahead and move into the next of the gear. This is probably gonna be one of the shortest introductions. I went ahead and got the R12 V2. The reason I got the R12 V2 was 12 Newton meters of force feedback. You want that. I'm not going to be using all 12. Maybe I am, not with my wrist conditions, of course, but the 12 Newton meters are in this bad boy. So give that good a little spank. Now, of course, with that wheelbase, we cannot forget the table mounts because of my cockpit. My cockpit is the GT Racer 2.0 by Next Level Racing, sorry. Let's hope this fits in. I haven't tried it. I haven't done anything. I literally got it and I never planned on fitting it in yet because I was waiting for all my gear to get here. It's been a pretty long time and I most likely won't be able to return this, even if it's not opened, but I will be having to try it on. The table mounts, let's hope they work on this, you know, little GT Racer 2.0 bad boy. I looked at the manual and it said that it does support the table mount. I haven't tried it, but let's hope. Oh, look at this one. This one's a little heavy. Ooh, there you go. The Moza CRP2 pedals, and we cannot forget the performance kit. Performance kits, I made sure I grabbed it with the performance kit. I've been watching a video to test out different types of rubbers, different types of whatever comes with it, springs and all that crazy stuff. Couldn't forget, I honestly didn't think I was gonna get the pedals. I was telling myself I was just gonna get the wheelbase and stick to the Logitech pedals, but I was really getting told to just buy new pedals, so I went ahead and bought myself pedals. I did buy this Logitech adapter in case I ever want to switch back to PlayStation as well. Honestly, that is all my gear. If you really want to know anything else of what my monitor is, my microphone, my PC specs, I would happily share that with you. I do have a pretty pricey monitor and a pretty pricey PC. Not the best PC, just a regular 5060. You know, 32 gigabytes of RAM and all that other basic stuff. Just anything that could run simple video games, simple FPS games, you know. And for my monitor, I do have a 300 hertz monitor, which hopefully they reach out to me and I gladly sponsor them. But they have not reached out to me, so I'm gonna gatekeep my monitor because it was a pretty good monitor for a cheap price. Anyways, one thing I do want to share with you, now I'm not the only one that's sponsored by this. Everyone could be sponsored for free. W Energy. If you don't know, W Energy is an energy supplement company which is jitterless. You could always use my code at TonyGT3. Remove the at, it's literally just TonyGT3 for a coupon discount code. Now don't get me wrong, there's, you know, as soon as you go into their website, they just throw you a whole different coupon code, probably way bigger than mine. I forgot how much mine gives you. I think it's 15% off, 10% off. I would really appreciate it if you guys use my code. Now I do earn commission. Where that commission go to? Literally just my gear or any other things I need to spend my money on. I'm keeping it real with you guys because I don't want to be like any other, you know, content creator who just lies to your face. Guys, we got sponsored by such a huge... No, I literally signed up to get sponsored by this thing. So I'd appreciate you guys if you guys just use my code. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You could always use the bigger coupons they give you, but I do recommend these jitterless energy if you're into Red Bull, Monster. The Dragonade is pretty good, it's okay. Fruit punch is also pretty good. That's the one I have. One that I do want to recommend if you do plan on buying one or checking them out in general, I do recommend the peach mango one. Dude, that one, oh, that is one of the best things I've ever mixed water with. But yeah, I'm keeping it real with you guys. You could use my code if you guys would like. Again, I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Now, you don't have to buy anything, but they do have pretty good flavored, powder. And they also sell like water bottles, which I personally have one myself. This was a limited time creator content bottle. I got the number 3. Now, I personally thought they were really cool. This is like the only really thing that I bought to keep. It's just a water bottle. I thought they were cool. One last time, my code is TonyGT3, TonyGT3. So if you want to use it, feel free to. You don't have to. They have better discounts, better coupons. So if you see a bigger coupon than mine, bro, just take it, dude. Because who wouldn't? I'm going to be setting up, my entire setup. I'm going to be setting up my wheelbase, my pedals, trying to calibrate it. And I will try to record me calibrate it as well, so you guys could see the process of it. I'll jump into some hypercars, maybe GT3s as well. If I don't do all of that tonight, then we're gonna go ahead and skip to daytime. I'm so tired, dude, because I fell asleep like at 3 or 4 a.m, 3:30 around, somewhere around 3 to 4, and I woke up at 7 a.m. The reason it took me forever was mostly the pedals. Oh my goodness, I hated putting the pedals onto my cockpit. Reason why is because I spent an entire hour, thinking my pedals were not compatible with my cockpit. If you take a really close look at the pedals, whole time there's been bolt holes perfectly aligned for me just to put bolts on there, and it secures it in place, and I wasted my time. I want to test my limits with my new wheelbase already. So first track, C-Ring LMP2, and then the second track is we're really test our limits. We're gonna be driving the BMW or the Mustang in the Nürburgring. Let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the color layout because that's what I want to get into first. So let me just turn on my steering wheel real quick. My steering wheel is on. So yesterday I was a little confused because I didn't have a color layout, so I couldn't really tell what I was looking at. So we're gonna go into the wheel, button light settings, button light color, here it is. Flash, I guess we're gonna do white. And then pit limiter, of course, it's gonna be yellow. Our little windshield washer thing is gonna be blue, so I feel like it should stay that blue it is. TC2 is already orange, should be good. I think we found the colors. Okay, so we have my mute and my deafen button. They're gonna be white, as you can see there, also on the screen, I guess, but it's mostly more visually in my wheel, which I guess I should record. Okay, now you could see the lighting on my steering wheel. I have my, mute and deafen white, just so I could see which ones are kind of not used in the car. Pit limiter is gonna be bright yellow. Flash is gonna be that little kind of like bluish, kind of whitish color. Then we're gonna have DRS pink. I don't think I'm ever use it, but I'm gonna just have it there. Okay, it's just green. Exit's gonna be red, of course, to stay away from it. Map pink to match with the stickers. There you go. Still not really noting. I don't know what I'm gonna use with this. Probably one of these. Ooh, I didn't see that one, but and then we have our washer one right here, which is gonna be like this blue, and this is our like little screen. Now we have the gear, the lap time, then we have delta. Oh, if I could, there you go. The kilometers per hour. I don't use miles per hour, I use kilometers per hour. Then we have ABS, TC, and then our tire temps, which I love. So much information in one tiny screen. This is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I think we're ready. Press it down this much to reach 100, so I literally have to step on it. It's like, this is not enough. This, I'm barely going 95. Like, you can see the little telemetry. Damn, I have to really step on this thing. What? A little bit of effort, pressing it down, I guess, to keep that realism going. But press it in, 100%, let go,
and I can like still travel with the pedal. Yeah, like after pressing it down 2 times, foot is already tired. You're just driving, brake pedal, and I'm already tired. Like my calf is about to give out. Maybe my seat is too close. Let's try that. I can't put it back anymore. Okay, this is a little better. Still very tiring, but slightly better. I might play around with the performance kit. Okay, maximum steering angle. I think it was I think 900 was what I'm supposed to be using.
One eternity later.
So compared to load cell and Logitech, I have to use my entire foot. Like I have to seriously put it up here and just press down. Like seriously press down. Aside from Logitech, which I thought, you know, Logitech was just, and then, oh, I need more brake. Okay, just push down no more. That's it. No, here, dude, what you think is 50% is not 50%. Because, no joke, I think this is 50. Oh, wait, what? Maybe I'm just tweaking, but it's just so stiff. We're gonna go ahead and recalibrate the brake pedal. So that is much better. Oh wait, I forgot. I was low-key supposed to do what they were telling me to do. My bad. Okay, so I fixed it and now it has like a nice little crunch to it. Oh, that is so much better. Man, you don't understand. I just changed the game. That changes the game. Go ahead, get yourself the performance kit. Oh my gosh. Hey, shout out that guy. Instead of using the hypercar one, the hyper whatever the fuck he called it, I'm using Blue Thunder. So now I do want to shout out one guy for really making a video and just testing all these types of varieties, which is Virtual Motorheads. Now you're just a rock star, man. I mean, he literally made this video and I was watching it for like a good 30 minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead and try out the Hypercar Hammer. I'm not gonna be driving a GTP because not yet, but I'm gonna be driving an LMP2, so might as well try the Hypercar Hammer and try to put my brake pedal more towards load cell instead of the sensor. So I'm gonna probably have it like 85% load cell. Okay, finally, that is very sensitive, and my wheelbase is like shaking insanely so much. The brake is still too stiff. Now, again, the vibrations are insane right now. Oh, dude, this thing's different, dude. I think I changed the force feedback too much, or the. Dude, this thing is stiff. Oh my days. This is stiff, dude. It's like I'm hitting a whole workout. Oh my days, the brake pedal is just my nightmare right now. I don't even want to touch the brake pedal. I mean, overall, I think I just gotta put it down a little bit. This is way too strong. Like, it's undrivable. Oof. I don't think my wrist is gonna handle this, to be honest, because Jesus. Dude, it literally feels like I'm hitting shoulders. Oh my days, dude. Okay, I could feel every bump now compared to the Logitech, but it's so stiff. I might as well go back to the Logitech, dude. What the f? I'm trying to see if I could set an actual lap time. I mean, I'm already down 3 seconds. I feel like you just gotta rip it more than the Logitech. The Logitech, it was more like I was using less hands and I was more relaxed. Here, can't really be relaxed. I have to force the car to turn in, huh? Compared to the Logitech where I could kind of just flick it. I'm not even gonna lie, I was just flicking it. Sorry if I'm a little locked in right now, dude. I'm just trying my best to get the feel of this thing because it is insane. If I'm already having wrist problems, man, like this is gonna make it even worse. For starters, I'm gonna need practice. I feel like the way I'm gripping the steering wheel already is very wrong. I feel like the force feedback was too much as well, so I'll definitely need to turn that down. I'm not being a pussy. It really was too much. I'm not even lying. Overall, I definitely need to practice. I don't even feel like going to the Nürburgring because, I mean, this thing is just... Dude, I couldn't even drive it, to be honest with you. Overall, I like it. I have information. I was able to know that my lap times were not consistent. I was able to see what gear I was in and all sorts of things. When to shift because in the Logitech I had to go through noise, so I was able to know when to shift through here. But overall, my performance is terrible, so I really need some improvements. So let me go ahead and tweak the settings real quick. Okay, we're back to testing, this time with different force feedback, different, pedal adjustments, just some slight adjustments, hoping this is better. The vibration on the steering wheel has actually relaxed. It's not as bad as it was. Like my steering was literally just moving, but now it's actually relaxed. So actually I wanted to try out, before I do this, I want to make sure that these pedals are calibrated right. So that's 100. Again, tiny little touch. Okay, to here, to here. Now this time let's actually try it out. Hopefully it's way better. It should be. Okay, one thing I don't like about iRacing is I'm not sure if this is my problem, but it literally feels like the pedal is more responsive in iRacing. Like the calibration just resets and it's something I completely didn't put. So that's one thing I'm noticing here. So I don't know how to fix that. Okay, so far it feels like a Logitech, just much more harder to press. Jesus. But I feel like I'm just not pressing it enough. Oh, that's just no tires. I mean, it's just better. This is so much better. Oh my god, that is beautiful, man. I think I just had to get used to it. I was very scared on the brake pedal because it was more on the sensor last time, and it would completely just start braking at 100 randomly. But now, if I could definitely get used to this. This is so much better. The Newton meter's not too much. The overall brake pressure is not too much either. I need to use my whole foot still, but it's not as bad as it was before. This is beautiful. I don't know how I'm already losing an entire second on first sector. Like, dude, I must have been on steroids or something setting that lap, because there's no way I'm this slow with new gear. It is pretty... It does involve more work, because I am feeling more tired already. But it feels way better. Now, I could definitely get used to this. I really like how this feels. I just gotta get used to more force feedback, the braking, the throttle, everything basically. Will it be easy? Probably, yeah, because I mean, it's not that different. It's all just muscle memory, but it's just so new to me. I've never owned any of this, so I'm naturally slow. But you guys have seen... You guys have seen my other lap times, of course, where in a Logitech I'm setting, well, consistent 152s, 153s. Right now I can't get anywhere near that, but I'm trying my best. Like, I'm already down a second on this first sector. I'm not sure how, dude. I must have been on steroids or something, dude. Like, being a second down there is insane already. Now I'm already down 2 seconds. Like, I'm trying my best to set the same lap time I have, and I'm not. I'm always down, like, already 5/10 on that first turn. Like, already down into turn 1. I'm already, like, down a lot. I'm down, like, 5/10 into turn 1. Right now, it's a good start. It's a really good start. I mean, the brake pedal feels really good. Gas, I adjusted these things. They feel amazing. Steering wheel feels great. Feels like I could actually feel the car. You know, if the rear end slipping, I fix it. Buttons are pretty easy to reach. Only thing is for sure just the whole adjustment. I have better grip with this, that it's too good to be true. It's just a lot of things I gotta get used to. So far good. I really like it. I love the look. I love that I spent so much money on this and invested on this, but it's gonna be a really tough adjustment, really hard that I gotta work on it. If you have any recommendations on the brake pedal to make it feel more like traily, I would really love that. Right now it feels good. It's a good start, but I feel like it could be better. I hope you guys really enjoyed an honest review and my first ever test. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and right again, just like, subscribe, it's all I ask for. Comment what your favorite part was, or any recommendations on what you think, what would you like to see, and just, you know, any recommendations on my brake pedal as well, because I'm new to all this. I really don't know how to do any of this. And now I do have more videos coming out, so I would really appreciate if you subscribed and hit that bell so you get notified about my next videos. But for now, thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you on the next time.